Hello and welcome to Padhai with Guru Chela. Today we are going to start CBCS Ability Enhancement Skill Based Subject, which is Your Laws, Your Rights. In this video, we will discuss the chapter first, which is Rule of Law and the Criminal Justice System in India. If you gain something from this video, then please like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel Padhai with Guru Chela. So let's begin. Let's understand the concept of rule of law. The concept of rule of law is that the state is governed not by the ruler or the nominated representatives of the people, but by the law. A country that enshrines the rule of law would be one where in the grand norm of the country or the basic and core law from which all other law derives its authority is the supreme authority of the state. The monarch or the representative of the republic are governed by the law derived from the fundamental norms, and their powers are limited by the law. The king is not the law, but the law is king. The origin of the rule of law theory can be traced back to the ancient Romans during the formation of the First Republic. It has since been championed by several medieval thinkers in Europe such as Hobbes, Locke and Rousseau through the social contract theory. The formal origin of the word is attributed to Sir Edward Coke and is derived from French phrase La principle de l'égalité, which means the principle of legality. Indian philosophers such as Chanakya have also espoused the rule of law theory in their own way by maintaining that the king should be governed by the word of law. The firm basis for the rule of law theory was expounded or propounded by Dicey, and his theory on the rule of law remains the most popular. Dicey theory has three pillars based on the concept that a government should be based on principles of law and not of men. These are law is supreme, equality before the law, and predominance of legal spirit. These are the main three pillars. So let's discuss the first principle of Dicey, which is law is supreme. This has always been the basic understanding of rule of law that propounds that the law rules over all people, including the person administering the law. The lawmakers need to give reasons that can be justified under the law while exercising their powers to make and administer law. This is the law is supreme. Then next, equality before law, which means no man is above law. While the supremacy of law sets in place the checks and balances over the government in making and administering law, the principle of equality before the law seeks to ensure that the law is administered and enforced in just manner. It is not enough to have a fair law, but the law must be applied in a first manner and as well just manner. The law cannot discriminate between people in matters of sex, religion, race, etc. The concept of the rule of law has been codified in the Indian Constitution under Article 14 and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights under its preamble and Article 7. Then next and last principle, which is predominance of legal spirit. In including this as a requirement for the rule of law, dicey belief was that it was insufficient to simply include the above two principles in the constitution of the country or in its other laws for the state to be one in which the principle of rule of law are being followed. There must be an enforcing authority, and Dicey believed that this authority could be found in the courts. The courts are the enforcers or enforcers of the rule of law, and they must be both impartial and free from all external influences. Thus, the freedom of the judiciary becomes an indispensable pillar to the rule of law. In modern parlance, rule of law is to be seen as a system which safeguard against official arbitrariness, prevent anarchy, and allow people to plan the legal consequences of their actions. Rule of law under the Indian Constitution. The framers of the Constitution were well familiar with the postulate of rule of law as propounded by Dicey and as modified in its application to British India. It was therefore in the fitness of things that the founding fathers of the Constitution gave due recognition to the concept of rule of law. Article 14, 19 and 21 are so basic that they are also called the Golden Triangle Articles of the Indian Constitution. In India, the concept of rule of law can be traced back to the Upanishad. In modern day as well, the scheme of the Indian Constitution is based upon the concept of rule of law. The very basic human rights to life and personal liberty has also been enshrined under Article 21. Article 19(1)(a) of the Indian Constitution guarantees the third principle of the rule of law, freedom of speech and expression. No person can be convicted of any offense is also very well recognized. In the Indian Constitution, the principles of double jeopardy and self-incrimination also found its rightful place in the Constitution. The most important application of the rule of law is the principle that governmental authority is legitimately exercised only in accordance with written, publicly disclosed laws adopted and enforced in accordance with established procedural steps that referred to as due process. The principle is enshrined to be a safeguard against arbitrary governance, whether by a totalitarian leader or by mob rule. So, the crux of the video is, in a broader sense, rule of law means that law is supreme and is above every individual. No individual, whether if he is rich, poor, rulers or ruled, etc., are above law and they should obey it. The principle of rule of law is enshrined to be a safeguard against arbitrary actions of the government authorities. So this is the concept of rule of law and the criminal justice system in India. In the next video, we will discuss the criminal justice system in India with detail. So thank you for watching this video. Stay home, stay safe, stay indoors. Thank you.